They were talking about, or the question was about these marriage matrimonial apps. And I recommended two that I have knowledge of to be, right, Sharia compliant. So what happened was, some of these companies, they posted it because I mentioned them. And then people were commenting that I got paid to say this.
So a brother's asking, what's the best way to find a sister in halal way to marry? He said, if I'm not allowed to approach a sister and at the same time going through the route of the parents or the masjid, it could get awkward if the person they suggest isn't to my liking and I have to say no to them. So what's the best way in halal?
Maybe if you've come across a sister that you're attracted to, maybe ask your sister to ask, right? You've come across maybe a sister on social media, even though you shouldn't be going down the avenue. But let's just say you came across a sister. Ask your sister or your mother or your auntie to DM her. Don't slide into her DMs, brothers. Right? It's a very, very dangerous game the moment you do. And sometimes she's a non-Muslim and then the shaitan is whispering, go give her da'wah. Make her a Muslim and then she will be your Khadija. Radiyallahu anha. Does that make sense, brothers and sisters? I said this before, and wallahi, these TikTokers, a'udhu billahi minhum, when I recommended certain matrimonial apps. Do you guys remember? It was one of the hot topic discussions that we had. They were talking about, or the question was about these marriage matrimonial apps. And I recommended two that I have knowledge of to be, right, Sharia compliant. So what happened was, some of these companies, they posted it because I mentioned them. And then people were commenting that I got paid to say this. Wallahi al-azim, I get paid by none of these companies. Even these thope companies that sometimes I might recommend to the people or I might tag. They're not paying me a single penny. But I just do that sometimes because number one, I feel sorry for them. And number two, I'm helping out the business, right? I don't get paid by them, right? So just to clarify or to clear that up, you can have these, Sharia compliant matrimonial apps. There's that one called Pure Matrimonial. These brothers at Sunnah Match, they're doing alright as well. Does that make sense? Sharia compliant, you can't directly speak to her, right? The way the system is, the wali's number is sent over. You could always try that. You go to the masjid, brothers and sisters. There's no harm in going to 10 marriage meetings until you find the right one. Sometimes we think that once you go to the marriage meeting, it means that you're marrying her. No, it doesn't mean that. This is like some cultural way of thinking where if you take your parents to the house, that means you're marrying her and it's going ahead. So they take all of the gifts to the house. And then the mom's saying, but I paid for all of these gifts. Doesn't matter. You don't even need to take the gifts to the house the first time round. Maybe when you think it's a lot more serious, later on down the line, second meeting, third meeting, right? Go to the meeting. Just check her out, ask questions. And then maybe second meeting. The father doesn't always have to be sitting there in your face, staring down at you. The door can be open, someone comes in every now and again, just to make sure that it's under control, walks in and out, and then you can have your conversation maybe on the side of the room. There's distance between you guys as well. Hadi. But just don't remain alone with each other for hours. The shaitan can get in between. Wallahi, I heard of a case, the brother who's actually practicing. He went to the house, his mother went upstairs to watch EastEnders, he told me. She goes, it's 8 o'clock I think it was, I need to go upstairs to watch EastEnders. They left them together and they fell into haram in the marriage meeting because they left them for hours. Now you guys get on with it, and this is sometimes, subhanAllah, parents saying this, why are you coming to me and go to the restaurant and talk to each other there? Wallahi, I've heard parents saying this. Hada ghalat. The Sharia is very easy and it's very balanced as well. You go to the house, have a, normal conversation with her, right? The parents don't necessarily need to sit in your face. They can walk in and out just to make sure everything is alright, and then have another meeting, third meeting, not just meetings after one another, right? Just so you can enjoy sitting in her company, no. But to find out what is going to push you towards marrying her.